right, looks on admiringly as his wife Thelma Catherine Pat Ryan Nixon playfully engages a little girl. The first couple, Dr. Nkrumah and his Egyptian-born wife Fatia, sitting in state. The Duchess of Kent, who represented Queen Elizabeth II at Independence Day, take on Prime Minister Kwame Nkrumah with some delicate downsteps. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah takes the oath of office as the first president of Ghana. The Duchess of Kent says thank you to her escort after one of her ceremonial engagements in Accra. Emperor Haile Selassie, with back to camera, decorates President Nkrumah after his installation. Soon, Queen Elizabeth II visited Ghana, and the British monarch is seen here walking through some streets in Accra. Queen Elizabeth II receives a warm handshake and is welcomed by President Kwame Nkrumah on arrival in Accra. Queen Elizabeth II is seen here giving a speech at a banquet held in her honor during her visit to Ghana. Those in the picture include President Kwame Nkrumah and his wife, Madam Fatia Nkrumah, and the Duke of Edinburgh. President Nkrumah is seen here with the visiting Guinean President Sékou Traoré on their way out after attending a function in Accra. First Lady Fatia Nkrumah is on a visit to a women's training center. Ghana's delegation to the Commonwealth in 1966 Prime Minister's Conference. And from left, we have Mr. J.W.K. Halley, Mr. J.B. Lomote, Major Festus Adai, and Colonel A.A. Afrifa. Major General E.K. Kotoka in the middle, in a conversation with pressmen after he addressed a press conference at the Ghana High Commission in London. Mr. K.A. Gbedema, the leader of the National Alliance of Liberals, meeting party members during campaign time. Meeting VIP guests at the Kotoka International Airport in Accra, Dr. K.A. Buzia, Prime Minister, is flanked by Mrs. Adelaide Amponsan on the left and Mrs. Mary Oforiatta, who are both wives of ministers of state. Prime Minister Buzia and President Akufo-Addo at the swearing-in ceremony for the president. Mr. Alex Kwesi Saki, third from the right, President of the UN General Assembly in the company of diplomats accredited to Ghana. Dr. K.A. Buzia, leader of Progress Party, being carried by party loyalists at a meeting. Mr. E. Akufo-Addo, first from right, the chairman of the NLC Political Advisory Committee, and Mr. E.N. Omabo, chairman of the Economic Committee, are greeted on arrival at London Airport as members of the Ghana delegation to the Commonwealth Prime Minister's Conference. Head of State General I.K. Achampong in the middle has the floor in a discussion with officials and guests at a reception. Ashanti Regional Commissioner Colonel E.A. Bedu, standing, giving an on-the-spot disciplinary drill to some offending youths. General I.K. Achampong and wife Faustina Achampong join other guests at a ball to mark Ghana's independence anniversary. Guests at the Founders' Day celebration of Achimota School being led to their seats. They include General I.K. Achampong, Sir Dawda Jawara, Gambian Prime Minister, Prince Charles, and General F.W.K. Akufu. After being sworn in by General Achampong as Commissioner and Special Advisor to the Head of State, Mr. Joe Appiah is seen signing the register. General F.W.K. Akufu, the Chairman of the Supreme Military Council, paying his last respects as the body of Dr. Buzia lies in state at the State House in Accra. Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings, the Chairman of the Provisional National Defense Council, handing over the reins of government to President Hela Liman. President Liman is seen taking the oath of office. Flight Lieutenant Rawlings is seen giving a helping hand to a clean-up exercise in this photograph. Chairman of SMC and the head of state, General F.W.K. Akufu in the middle, and his men in a group photograph. Soldiers are seen here drilling offending civilians in 1972. President of Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara, on the left, in a tete-a-tete with Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlins. A very emotional Fatia Nkrumah and two of her children on their return to Accra to make Ghana their home. Minister of Finance Dr. Kwesi Botwe delivering a budget statement. Sharing the table with him are Mr. P.V. Obing, PNDC Coordinating Secretary, and Mr. Ato Ahoy, Secretary for Trade. President Rawlins seated middle, and Cuban President Fidel Castro in cup, holding discussions during the latter's brief stopover in Accra. Those with them include Captain Kojo Chikata, retired, on the right. President Rawlins hugging his wife Nana Kunedu Ajman Rawlins during the then US President Bill Clinton's visit to Ghana. Mr. E. Akwaje, then the only surviving member of the Big Six, receiving a national honor from President J.J. Rawlins. Queen Elizabeth II being introduced to VIPs when she arrived in Accra for a visit. Partisan politics can be very beautiful, as demonstrated here. President J.E.A. Mills invites his predecessor, J.A. Kufuor, to the inauguration of the 6-lane, 14-kilometer George Walker Bush Highway, commonly called the N1 in Accra. Electoral Commissioner Dr. Kojo Afarijan on the left, and his deputy, Mr. David Kanga, addressing a briefing session for political parties. Former President J.A. Kufuor and President George Bush interacting with the press during a visit President Kufuor paid to the United States. Past and present. President J.A. Kufuor in a handshake with his predecessor, Flight Lieutenant Rawlins, at a public function. Speaker of Parliament Daniel Francis Annan, former First Lady Nana Kunedu Ajman Rawlins, former President Jerry John Rawlins, President J.E.A. Mills and wife Mrs. Nadu Mills, Chief Justice I.K. Aban, NDC Chairman Dr. Kobna Ejay, Dr. Esther Ofe Abwaji, former Director of the Institute of Local Government Studies, and Minority Leader J.H. Mensah. New Patriotic Party bigwigs. They are Dr. Kofi Kunedu Apraku, Mr. J.H. Mensah, Mr. J.A. Kufuor, Nana Akufo-Addo, Major Courage Koshigan retired, and Madam Gladys Asma in photograph here. Former US President George Bush Jr. tries his hands at pounding share nuts. Past presidents of Ghana. From the left, Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlins, John Agyekum Kufuor, Professor John Atta Mills, interacting with former US President Barack Obama during the latter's visit to Ghana. President Barack Obama addresses Ghana's parliament. President John Agyekum Kufuor displaying the country's flag at the Ghana at 50 Independence Day celebration. President John Dramani Mahama being sworn into office at Parliament House the evening after the death of President Atta Mills on July 24, 2012. President John Mahama being sworn in as president at the Independence Square. The flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on the left, interacting with the then Vice President John Dramani Mahama, at the Chebi Ojura Deba in 2011. School children put up a colorful gymnastic display during an Independence Anniversary commemoration. Pupils of the Ashiedu Keteke Sub-Metro School in Accra, led by a teacher in a smart turn-up at the annual Independence Day march past. Ghanaians turn up in their numbers to vote in the December 7, 2016 presidential and parliamentary elections, in which Nana Addo Akufo-Addo was elected as the next president of Ghana. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo takes office on January 7, 2017 as the fifth president of the Fourth Republic after the four Johns. They are Jerry John Rawlings, John Agyekum Kufuor, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, and John Dramani Mahama. We conclude with a just-ended compilation of a new biometric voter registration exercise which captured over 16 million eligible Ghanaians. We hope you have enjoyed this selection of photographs. Look out for our next selection on a subject dear to your hearts.